You want to see a magic trick? I need 2 volunteers. All right, you and you. Step on up to the transporter. All right, you're gonna have to hold on to this orchid. And abracadabra.
Energize.
Something wrong, sir? I'm only getting one pattern.
Oh no, I screwed up. Captain, you're gonna want to see this.
Oh my god. What the fuck did you do?
I named him Tuvix.
You gave him a name? Well, this is getting even harder to watch.
Is that a phaser?
Yeah. I can't have this monstrosity, this homunculus running around my ship scaring people. Actually, I've seen Old Yeller. You're gonna be the one who does this.
Space. The final frontier. Star Trek really freaks me out and stuff.
Oh, hello, Starfleet Academy Dropout. My name's Adam, and...
I like Star Trek.
Mr. Tuvix.
Tuvix?
Apparently, that's what he likes to be called.
So this week, I watched Star Trek Voyager, the Tuvix episode. It is Season 2, Episode 24. This is Part 3 of the 4-part Transporter Fuck-Up, Transporter Mishap, Transporter Malfunction little series I'm doing.
I think the logical thing is for me to go to sickbay.
Alright, I can sum up this episode in 60 seconds or less. Start that timer. So Neelix, Tuvok are down on a planet. Voyager's up in space in orbit, going around and around on the planet. They're picking flowers. I don't know what their mission was down there, but that's what they're doing. And they beam back up, and well, it looks like there's a transporter mishap, and 2 men and a flower equals Tuvix. Basically, the doctor is baffled, doesn't know what's going on, and the rest of the episode is basically Tuvix trying to prove to the entire crew that, hey, I have the memories of Tuvok and Neelix and can do both their jobs. And the captain's like, you know what, I miss my 2 guys. Fix the problem. Problem fixed, end episode. I did it. I finally did it. I wrapped up an episode in less than 60 seconds. Wow.
What's the last thing you remember?
This episode's just weird. Tuvix, right? That guy. I like that guy. I like him a lot more than Neelix and Tuvok. Why couldn't they just keep him? I mean, they named him. He can do both their jobs. And he's only one person. That's one less mouth to feed. Aren't you guys worried about running out of food and running out of energy? It just makes sense, right? I mean, they should do that to the whole crew. Like, all right, everybody pair off. And then everybody hold this flower. And we're turning this crew of 300 into 150.
It's time for the next step. You must try fusing as Super Saiyan.
Just combine the Delaney sisters, because that just makes sense. We'll just have one person. Also, can you combine Chakotay with, I don't know, Balana? That'd be kind of a crazy mix. God, it's going to be like Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball Z with the fusions. I want to come up with fun names for everybody. How about a half Janeway, half, I don't know, Paris? What are we going to call that? Paris Way? I like it. How about Ensign Kim and Kess? So, Kessum? Doctor's a hologram. He's cool. 7 of 9 and an Icheb. Jump on up to the transporter. You are now 7 of Cheb.
As you well know by now, Mr. Neelix, I do not experience exhilaration.
But I love this episode. It's not so much like silly or campy. The acting's bad. Maybe that's why I like it. There's a whole scene of Janeway consoling Kess in her quarters, looking all sexy in her nightie. Janeway, not Kess. Kess, like 3. That's weird. What the fuck, Neelix? Weirdo. Yeah, it's just bad dialogue between those two that make the episode great. I'm like, dude, what am I watching? Like, General Hospital? Like, what is this? Some, like, shitty soap opera? But I love Voyager just because Voyager came out when I was, like, 12 years old. It's just, like, the perfect age for bad television. I mean, everybody knows Voyager's at the bottom of the list. But it's actually like number 2 or 3 in my list because nostalgia, that Disney drug that they keep shoving down our throats. Like, make new stuff. No, it's easier just to remake old stuff. Old stuff from when I was a kid? Yeah. Okay, do it. That's basically Hollywood and movies and television. It's like, hey, I can come up with original ideas. Here's an original idea. How about a Tuvix TV show? I wish they would have made this episode longer. Like maybe 2 parts at least. Just so like Tuvix could really be a fleshed out character, not just flushing down the toilet. That's a pun. That was a bad dad joke. But seriously, as soon as the crew was like, okay, we can accept this guy when it was an accident, the doctor's like, hey, I can fix it. And Janeway's like, I don't know how to break it to him that I want my 2 guys back instead of this one guy who's kind of weird. He keeps touching people and it's kind of strange. You notice that? And he like puts his hand on on Cass's shoulder and she cringes. Or every time like he makes sexy eyes or makes like a hey sweetie comment, she's like, the fuck? That's the best part of the episode. Maybe that's why I like it so much. It's just socially awkward situations. It's like me in real life. Like, oh man, she made eye contact with me. Look away, look down. That's me, socially awkward and mentally unstable sometimes.
If you mean, am I suffering from some form of multiple personality disorder? I don't think so.
I keep referencing back to Dragon Ball because, fusion. It makes 2 individuals twice as strong because it's anime science for you. So I'd like to think of it as maybe Tuvix is like just super strong, maybe super smart, because he's got the brain power of 2 people and the strength of 2 people. I gotta do a whole Z Fighter episode about which Star Trek character I think would be a Z Fighter. And I nominate Tuvix. Alrighty, you guys ready for your Klingon lesson for the week?
How to speak.
I'm gonna teach you how to say funeral because they never had a funeral for Tuvix. The heck, guys? The word is null. That's your Klingon lesson. No null for Tuvix.
I am who I am, Mr. Neelix. It is impossible for me to be more or less like myself.
Well, I hope you guys had fun today and maybe learned something. Probably didn't learn anything because it's me rambling and ranting about my passion, Star Trek. Nerd! If you're looking for more nerdiness, check out Dad Fights. It's basically a shitty tabletop podcast I do with my best friend where we take 2 television dads each week and make them fight for fun in the theater of the mind. Also, if you want to start a podcast yourself, everybody's doing it. Use Buzzsprout. It's pretty awesome. You give you a bunch of tools to use and template that's really easy. You just drag and drop audio files in there and then it uploads it automatically to all the podcatchers. The best part is if you use the link in the podcast description, you can get a $20 Amazon gift card. And who doesn't love Amazon at this point? They got everything. Use that $20 and get yourself a Star Trek shirt. They got a bunch of them on there. But to close this episode out, let's hear a song that would be appropriate for this occasion. Here's a song about fusion by Rudy Raw called Peaceful Fusion. It's some lo-fi jazz hip-hop. Enjoy! I'll see you next week.